Waiting for us right now is our healthcare authority, Dr. S.P. Noble.
Dr. Noble here. S.P. Noble. Stands for semi-private. Allow me to introduce Betty McClinton, who just went back to work after serious spinal surgery. Yes, you're an attractive lady. Are you married, Betty?
Yes, I am.
I'll be darned.
I suppose if you fell off the building, and you'd be paid for it, I would hope.
I would consider that an accident, wouldn't you?
I would consider that also an act of God, if you survived, considering this building is bloody big. Don't. Oh, someone let its little terrier go. Sorry. I want to ask about survivor benefits. Do any of you can help me out on survivor benefits?
Yes, we have that. The company has survivor benefits.
What are survivor benefits? Just the fact that you get through the day, or?
Well, no, we have the two plans, which one is if there's a spouse.
A spouse.
Right.
Yeah.
And the other is if there's no spouse, but children.
But children.
Right.
How sweet.
How about pumpkin pie? Another great holiday treat?
I'm not big on pumpkin pie.
I
Not
see.
so far. I wouldn't pass on it, you know, if it was the only thing on the table, but I tell you exactly what I like. It's kind of simple. I love mashed potatoes. You shouldn't have those, you know, unless you've got a 12 waist. But I love mashed potatoes, a lot of gravy. Oh. I like to get right to the turkey, and if you don't, it's gone just like that. That's the thing to me. I like to eat around 1:30. And, of course, that's a joke because it's always, we'll eat just when I get ready for it. It's Mrs. Winters. I don't know her very well. Very lovely lady, and I shouldn't kid about her. She has every cent I've got. I love you, sweetheart. I never kid about you. But she always says, look, you can live off what's in front of you. So I said I could always put the pillow over you at night, you know.
I am really interested, I'm not kidding, as to what is happening here with United Technologies and their savings development program. I hope I'm saying that right. I had asked board members to be here today and people of United Technologies, but they are at work. But one man is allowed to come and talk with me. Now I shall sit down and I will introduce you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing. This is Mr. Ajari, Mr. Phil Ajari. Tell us a little about yourself, Phil.
Approximately 19 years ago, I started with a company, and I'm a material coordinator now. I order parts for our solid rocket boosters.
Oh, the boosters. How many years have you been married?
36 years.
36, a long time. We have a saying, you know, in Swiss, und stehen wir außen küssen, von Dunderhauder, which means down the slope with the dope. It's
You have another thing that is one of my hang-ups, is our Christmas fruitcakes.
Yeah.
I have a theory, I can't prove it, that there is only one fruitcake in the whole world, and people keep passing it along. Nobody ever eats the damn things, and it shows up years later, and somebody gives it to somebody else.
What is the, I almost said that word, but what is the stuff that they put in those things?
I'm not sure.
Little squares of jelly-like stuff that's really bad. And little green, it's not licorice and it's not gumdrop stuff, it's just little green things and red things. And then they dip that rascal in heavy rum. And of course, for the dude that can't drink anymore, it's a gas for me, you know. Oh, how you doing? More rum gang. Even when I was drinking, though, I did not like, it's interesting. Some people say, does that bother you if you have just one piece of cake? That didn't bother me. I want the whole cake if you're going to go for it. But fruitcake I didn't like, even with a sauce. You know, when people are standing around with eggnog. That's another drink. Popular. That's a joke, too, is eggnog. Yeah, it doesn't work. It doesn't work, you know. People get real cute and do this
nutmeg,
with a nutmeg. That, I don't know what that stuff is. It fell out of the tree early. It's a lot of this. You'll love this. Merry Christmas to you. Uncle Ed, good to see you. And Uncle Ed's like, how How old are we now, Uncle Ed? And he's scratching himself in this area. Must have gotten high on you, Uncle Ed. But anyway.
Hello there, out there in Toothland. I'm Dr. T. Ferry. That's Dr. Tooth Fairy. This is Mr. Mead, incidentally, and Mrs. Mead. And these are all the little Meads. Apparently, you two have been kissing a lot because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're due for another child, as I understand it, in September.
Right.
Mr. Mead, do you have all of your teeth?
No.
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 Some have been dismissed.
Right.
I see, by way of the...
A pair of pliers.
I see, yes, in the old days.
Yes.
I remember a man stood on me for an hour and just took a regular Black & Decker and drove it clear out. Let's take a look at what's happening to Maud back there on the assembly line. Maud? I just wanted to ask you about your pension plan.
Yes.
Can you fill me in about...
Oh, a little bit, yes. It's all paid by the company, and when I retire with my Social Security and the company's pension plan, approximately $14,000 a year.
14,000. Boy, we could have a little something going right out there in the water, couldn't we, Herb? Body's on fire when you talk about that kind of grain. Well, tell me now, what are chances of you and I kind of getting a GI loan or something and getting a small trailer, maybe an old streetcar that's obsolete, you know, that porcupines aren't chewing on?
What was it like when you were a kid?
When I was a kid, well, I was partially electrocuted by a Lionel train. I was at fault. I'm not blaming Lionel. I'm sure some guy from Lionel is sitting up. What did he say about our train company? No, it was my fault. I had come in from a very snowy evening. I was petting the dog the wrong way to begin with, and that's the only way you can get a dog's attention sometimes. Do that to his fur. Also do that, and you'll really get his attention. I love to do that on a good snowy day. You see a dog, you know, fairly stiff. But only do it to a small dog, because if it's got a good-sized head on him, boy, he'll eat you alive. But anyway, I'd come in, and I had high tops. Remember high tops?
Sure.
You remember high tops? If you lived in the Middle West or the East, or maybe they were sent to you in the South, you know. They were high tops. A lot of the people are laughing because they were children or weren't even born. But they were high tops and usually had a knife in your boot so you could kill a guy in the fourth grade. Or get lucky on the turnstile. But I'd come in, my shoes were just soaked.
Oh, boy.
Apparently, we were cheap high tops, and the water went through, and I was setting up the train because Dad was resting. I was told he was resting. He rested for the first 7 years of... it was like this. Hey, how you doing? You know, it's interesting to see a guy really juiced to the gills and bombed. You know, here's a little rosy-faced kid, sort of angelic. I was in those days, and I'd put on makeup. A kid down the block was a little different from me. And put on little discs, you know, and I was trying to do the Nutcracker Suite and everything. And I'm looking at my dad, this is December 24th, you know, Christmas Eve. We're going to set the train up, and he's in a seersucker suit and a swimming trunks, you know. It was just the conversation. Kids never forget. I was an only child. You never forget anything. Two people really on you. My mother saying, "Get a bag." And I said, "Well, it's only 5 o'clock. Go anyway." Back to the dog again. So my old man's like this. Don't try to put the train together now.
Your father was celebrating, was he?
He was celebrating something.
Yeah.
I think that his old picture of Hoover fell off the mantle, and so at any rate, I said, "Dad," I asked that stupid question, you know, and having been an alcoholic, I understand it now. I said, "How are you feeling?" I never said, "How are we feeling?" How are you feeling? I'm fine. And tongue flies out a lot, you know. And so I went over to kiss him, which, you know, even in the 30s you could do that. And it was most fathers would point, here, never here, here. So I get, full blast. And so it was at that time with wet shoes that I stepped on the track.
It sounds like a
lot of fun.
Sounds like a warm Christmas day.
And I asked a foolish thing. It was in the coming out of the Depression. You remember that?
Oh, yeah.
About the same age. And we were not wealthy. We were wealthy, but it was taken in about an hour. And instantly went to wood toys. So things like broomsticks, you know, with carved faces on them. So stockings were filled full of just walnuts, and that's a bummer, gang, you know. A stocking full of walnuts? Oh, another one.
Surprise. Not even an orange, huh? Just another walnut.
And there's something about opening up. It was something that had been hit in the road coming back. Merry Christmas. And this thing's like it.
All these wonderful memories of a warm family Christmas.
I'm dreaming.
We'll be right back after this. Stay where you are.
Yes. Yes.
Well, there
you
goes
can-
the benefits
Well,
for me.
I know it, but you can understand how...
Oh, surely.
I
You
want to-
stayed married all this time?
Yes, sir.
It's a bummer. I was so close till the wallet came out. Take care of yourself.
Nice to
I
meet
hurt
you,
you?
Ma. No, not bad, Ma.
Used to bring them to their feet.
Oh, yeah, well...
Had a man in overalls the other night, went right to the floor.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, you take care.
Thank you, Ma.
God love you, and count
Thanks.
the blade.
Yes, thanks for stopping by.